So you can hear me? Okay. Maybe it's when I turn the TV on. Let me see. I don't know. It's probably this dang on service that I got. Okay, here we go. Okay. Hi, Lovecraft. Hopefully, we won't have issues this time. I don't know what is going on. I have this crappy cable company that I have to get service through because AT&T doesn't do service where I live at. So I hope everybody's doing well. I haven't been on here since what, Super Bowl Sunday? No, Valentine's night. So which one came first? It was Super Bowl Sunday, then Valentine's. So Valentine's night was the last night. So what has everybody been up to? There's been a lot happening in the world. There's been a lot happening. Everybody that came to the Super Bowl gathering got sick. Everybody but my nephew. He didn't get sick. And I think Morris didn't get, but the rest of us got sick. So yeah, up all week. I think because I sit down so much and I do need new knees and I don't want to have the surgery, but I think sitting down so much does not help. So I'm trying to get up every hour, go up the stairs at least, up and down. So yeah. Yes, recessionista Angie Stone passed due to a car accident. I was over at my mom's and my sister told me, because she's from here, and her and my sister have sung together, because my sister, before she got MS, sung all over the place, and so she knew Angie Stone. And yeah, I think it was an 18-wheeler. They were in a Sprinter. It was 9 of them, and she was the only person that got killed. So her daughter had posted that she lost her mom today. So I know that that's extremely traumatic, especially when there's nothing wrong and you wasn't expecting the person. She was 63, and she was coming from Alabama. I think she was going to sing at the Mardi Gras, and then she's supposed to be in Baltimore later this week coming up. So yeah, so that's very sad. So we do send out our prayers and our love to her family and all her friends and everyone in the business that has made music with her, all of her fans that love her. Yeah, that was really sad to hear. Yes. Hello, Dixon Cider. I hope you have a good day too, Psychic. Welcome, Dixie. Yeah, she was, unfortunately, because she came back here and she never got the recognition that she deserved. Like I said, my sister was in the music business and she knows a lot of the artists and stuff, so they did do music together. So she was quite taken back by the news and everything. Hi, Sean. How are you tonight? Or in the morning, or wherever you may be. I don't know. Everybody's not in the same time zone. So there's so many different topics I want to catch up on, people. There's been a lot going on. I'm going to save my opinion on the politics to the end, because I know some of you all don't like talking about that, which I think is kind of crazy. I think you should be able to talk about anything if you're a good communicator. Just like How come people never talk about money? Why is money a taboo subject? Like, if you ever talk about money, um, people don't really want to talk about it. It's like they don't want you to know how much they make, how much they have, and all that kind of stuff. Why is money a taboo subject? Thank you, Recessionista. Thank you, Sean. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, Lovecraft, I'm trying to play catch up. The whole Parker, come say hi. Parker, yes, he had to get groomed today. Say hi to the posse. Say hello. Parker had to go get a whole new haircut because mom messed up. Yeah, I wanted to say that for last, Recessionista. I swallow cum. Okay, Dixon. I know, Martin. I guess I'm too honest because before we start anything, I want to give out some, I guess, some good vibes, some, what do I want to call it? Blessings that I received. That's what I want to say. Okay, you don't normally want to be a part of this. Bye, Parker. He had to get a haircut because I called myself cutting it, and I had cut the top part pretty good. But then I was watching TV and took a couple of plugs out the side, so he was looking like patchwork. So the guy had to cut it all the way down. He told me, please don't do that no more. So Mom will try not to do the haircut herself. But Parker I'm looking so shiny. Okay, so you know how our friend over there, I'm gonna talk about a whole bunch of topics tonight, and I'm gonna try to roll them all into each other, right? Okay. So you know how our buddy over there, our NRL high, always talks about we're not good people and God won't bless us and we're living for the devil and blah 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 blah. Well, she is so wrong. She is so wrong. And I used to attend a church that when I left, if you left the church, they called you a witch, and that if you wasn't coming to that church, then you were dealing in witchcraft and you wasn't going to be blessed because you wasn't going to that church anymore. That's not true. If you're a Christian or whatever your faith may be, I believe if you believe in it, regardless of where you're at, if you're at that church, this house, this, whatever, you're still a believer and you'll still be blessed if God chooses to bless you, right? So, since I haven't been here, so I guess that's been about 2 weeks. Yesterday would have been exactly 2 weeks. The other day, I don't know if anybody else at their job have 57,000 email for the company. So I have 3. I'm not an email person. I really hate checking emails. Like right now, I keep having to, I'm just past my surmass. That my job, the one I have to look at every day, I'm supposed to look at all of them every day. The one I look at every day has like over 4,000 emails that I've been trying to delete and get them out. But it's like constant. They send more emails than they make conversation. So I hate checking them. So for those who send me emails at the Parker Posse Gmail, forgive me. I am so slack at answering because I hate doing emails because I have to do so much at the job. So I went to one of the ones I never look at. I was like, let me go over there and see what they got going on because we had to do a survey. And it's funny, the company gonna tell us it's a voluntary survey, but it's mandatory. So it's voluntary, but we had to do it. So I go over there to do the survey, and I was like, let me clean out some of the emails while I'm over there. So they send me this email telling me that they did a comparison of my job compared to other companies that have the same job title and how much they were paying us who do my job to the other companies. And we were way below. And so then they showed that I was making as much as, well, when I first looked at it, I was like, they are making way more than us. But when I looked at the comparison, they said that we were making the same amount. And I was like, that can't be true. That's not how much I'm making. And so then I emailed them. I'm like, hey, you're making a mistake. This is not how much I make. Well, then I went over to the payroll side, to look at, I'm horrible at looking at my pay stubs now that it's electronic. And I got a $5 raise. Never in my life have I gotten a $5 raise. I've got 50-cent raise, 25-cent raise. Only way I got more money is if I change jobs altogether. But at the same job, they brought us up to what the people at other companies were making. So I got like a $5 and some change raise. I was like, oh, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. My sister be like, how come stuff like that always be happening? Because I ordered a patio table and ended up getting 2. So I gave her 1 and kept 1. My water bill, I kept trying to figure out why it wouldn't let me pay online. Well, they didn't even have me in the system, so I haven't had to pay any water. They just started, and my bill was $12. I was like, what is going on? But I'm going to tell y'all, I don't know how many of you remember, way back in 2024, I told you that every day I said the Jabez prayer. Lord, how come I can't do it? And Deborah called upon the Lord. I can't remember. I say it every day, and now I can't remember. It's in Hebrews. I want to say Hebrews 8:14 or 14:8, something like that. Just Google Jabez, Jabez, prayer, and it'll take you right to the scripture. But I put my name in there. Yeah, expand my territory. Oh, and Deborah called upon the God of Israel, saying, expand my territory, keep your hand upon me so I may not cause pain. And God granted her that she asked for, whatever. Anyway, I know it by heart. I say it every morning. Regardless if things transpire or not, I have just gotten into the habit. Once I read the book that the guy wrote, it was a pretty good book too. It was a short little book. But I started doing that because he was talking about how his life changed. And I'm telling you, things are like that. It's always happening. I was just like, wow, that was just such a pleasant thing to find out. You got a $5 raise and didn't even know you got a $5 raise. I was like, thank you, Lord. Because I had just had a conversation with God saying, God, will you expand my resources so I can get back to where I was before having to put out so much money for the move and everything, get my stuff back with everything that's happening in the economy and, above us with our government. So I was saying that, and then that happened. I'm trying to think, what was it? Because I had just said to Maurice, I've never gotten a really big raise like that. And I said $5, and then turned around and got a $5 raise. That was crazy. That was just so crazy. There are 25 people in the room. Come on, y'all. Thumbs it up. So, I back last year when I said that to you guys, I said, hey, you guys start doing that and then give me a report. I don't know if anybody did it. I hadn't heard a report. Nobody ever put it in the chat. So I guess y'all dropped the ball on that one. So, I'm going to say to you again, why don't you practice this for at least a week and see how things go? Start tomorrow morning doing a Jabez prayer every morning and seeing what happens. See if there's a difference in your life. All you're doing is reciting, praying out the word of God. The word of God will not come back void, as it says. Hey, Tashana, tell Charlie hi. So I'm trying to think, was that the only thing? The water, the raise. Seemed like the patio, free patio table. Seemed like there was something else, but I'll think about it. Thank you, Recessionista. I was in the wrong book. I say Hebrews. 1 Chronicles 4 and 10. That's going to be the best thing that I say all night tonight. Write it down, screenshot it, whatever you need to do, Start reciting that and put your name in the beginning. Instead of saying Jabez, you put your name. I say Deborah, you say Kathy, you say Bob, whatever your name is. Put that in there, and you tell me at the end of this week what type of things happened in your life, what type of things transpired. You got your cane? Oh, you got Shoshana a cane. I got my own cane. Hey, Janelle. Happy Saturday to you. Okay, so that's going to be my best tip, word, advice, anything I can share. That's the best thing I'm going to say tonight. Everything else is probably going to be junky gossip talking that came from Deborah. Okay? But that's going to be the best one. So, moving right along from that, since I hinted at the fact that our buddy over there, there's my sister. Hey, Black Fuego. Be talking about I'm not a good person and all this stuff. Okay, y'all, I want you to help me out. Oh, okay. Hi, Alex. Oh, you want to... See, we always got to get... Paulie. Look who came to work. Paulie, I ain't messing with you. You just got so much to say, sir. Yes, you do. In my comments, you have so much to say, Paulie. Parker is outside. I know Annabelle don't be saying that about me. She loved me. Okay, so this is what my second topic. When somebody used the word obsession, what does that mean to you? Do you think of it, when the word obsession comes up, do you think of it as a positive or a negative or a good or a bad? After y'all say hello to everybody. Oh, and I'm drinking German wine tonight. Lovecraft got us as the Parker Passy. Parker said, what? Generally negative. Okay? Do you think when a person has an obsession with another person, do you think there is something mentally wrong with the person who has the obsession? Your baby outside. Come here, Parker. Tashana want to see you. He had to get groomed today because Mom gave him a crappy haircut, so we had to clean it up. So the people wants to see you. So he got a new haircut. Say, hey, Tashana. Hi. You need to come get your baby. Hey, Scorpio Mama. Okay. Say hey to your auntie girlfriend. Say, hey, auntie girlfriend. When Parker get a haircut, he be stepping like he a show dog. He be like, I look good. I know I look good. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so I wanted to know the answer to that, or what you guys thought of that, because of the fact that bring that toy back in here. I'm just, and this section of this little video is going to be in support of Justine, for those who know Justine's channel. I was a little taken back when I watched her video the other day when she was talking about her ex and the ops. I don't know if you guys seen that. I have, over this period of time, when I started watching McNasty, 2 years ago, maybe 3, going into 3, it was right before she went to visit Justine. So I didn't know what had transpired, like how they got together. But when I first started watching her, it was right when she started to visit her. So I was watching them together. Then that's when I seen everything that transpired afterwards. But over these last 2 years, I've only seen one person continue this um, foolishness, I would say, going on about their friendship. We've all been friends with somebody, and for whatever reason, we stopped being friends with them, right? Or we had associates we hung out with, and something happened, so we no longer hung out with them, right? If you if you pass the age of 5, you've had a friend that you don't hang out with no more. So when I seen how she treated Justine, but she would never call her name, but how she talked about her so bad, I was quite shocked because I had just started watching this woman, so I didn't really know who she was, why she acted like that, and all this. And so she would stop, then she would start, she would stop, she would start. But then within this last year, when she started writing the names after Justine started writing the sub names, then when she went and bought the same pajamas that Justine was wearing in her sleep videos, I was like, wow, that's weird. Then she started doing sleep videos. Now, sleep videos, I don't know who the first person on YouTube was that did a sleep video, but she tried to say people copied off her. She was not the first person that did a sleep video. People take things from other people's channels all the time and make it their own. There's nothing wrong if everybody in the chat wanted to do a sleep video. They would do a sleep video, they would just do it differently, right? So it's not like Justine can't do a sleep video and she can't do a sleep video. They would just do it differently. But no, not her. She decided she was going to do a sleep video wearing the same pajamas as Justine, and then turns around and starts titling her sleep videos the same freaking title as Justine. I don't watch a person sleeping, but then I don't like watching people eat either. So, Parker? Oh, I left my little thingy upstairs. So, I said, okay, this is beyond just trying to poke at a person or, get a little feud going on YouTube. To me, if it was me, I would think that you're a creepy pervert, stalker, if I found out that you were, all of a sudden, I look at your videos and you're doing the same thing. If I turned on and I'm looking at somebody's video and they went and got braids and did the blonde tips, they put on black glasses and a white shirt, and they sat in front of their camera and they said some of the same things I said and they were drinking German wine, I would be like, okay, what the hell? What more are you going to try to do like me? So now I'm trying to figure out, are you a stalker, a troll? Are you obsessed with her? Do you want to be with her or do you want to be her? Or is it a combination of all? Oh, but Pauline, we didn't see you sleeping. You did sleep videos showing pictures of stuff while people slept. I mean, I'm just trying to figure it out. Is that not weird? So if you see Justine, one of her last videos, she literally plays a voicemail from her ex-husband saying to her, please tell your ops to quit trying to contact me, trying to be with me. So now I'm trying to figure out, when she was trying to be friends with Justine, did she meet Justine's ex-husband? Because at that time they were separated, but they still kind of conversated. So I was like, well, maybe Justine introduced them, not thinking anything of it. And she decided to try to contact him after the fact to have him, because he's enough by himself. He's a whole trip without luggage himself. So now I'm like, you got one obsessive person over here and another one over here, and now the two of them done got together. Though she tells us that Arabs is the queen bee and the rest of us are swarming around her and all we do is sit around and try to make up videos about her with her crazy self. Don't get into my stuff yet, Lovecraft. It's all gonna work into each other. No, it ain't stopping Justine. She can't stop somebody else's growth. What is for Justine is for Justine. What is for her is for her. What is for me is for me. What is for you is for you. The only way it's going to stop it if you allow somebody else to stop it. I don't believe nobody can stop the blessings and what I have for me is for me. I don't think nobody can stop it. I don't care what she say, because see, I don't play into her foolishness. I don't believe nothing to come out of her mouth. Definitely don't listen to her prayers, because she is a liar. She lies so much. So my thing is, by now you should realize the stuff you're doing is not doing any harm to Justine's channel. If anything, it's making people go over there to see who you're copying off of. Oh, Paula, you probably got blocked. Because she ain't got nothing else to do. So then I told Justine, these people are scary to me. Because when you start sleeping and wearing the same clothes I'm wearing to mimic me, to what extent will you go? What will be the next thing you do? If you're contacting my ex-husband, what's the next thing you will do? Because she swears we don't have time. Well, apparently I must be doing something, because I don't be on here as much as I should, like I used to. I need to get back on my schedule. But apparently I have a life. This woman is on YouTube every day and has nothing to say other than eat, wash dishes, and scrub the damn van floor 4 times. And she swears the rest of us have issues and there's something wrong with us. There is nobody that I obsess over on YouTube. I don't have a need to dress like anybody else. I don't have a need to do what everybody else do. It's funny because in the beginning, when me and Arab was first kind of started watching each other, we were so shocked how we do things so much alike. It is just our personality. We have found out that our personalities are so much alike. We're both Leos. We're born a few days apart, that we just instinctively, unbeknownst to us, do some of the same things. That's different. I'm not coming on here dressed like Arab. She's not on her channel dressed like me. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing the same things. This woman got some sick issues. And lately I noticed when I looked at her page the other day, her lips was all swollen up. I don't know. She looked like she got something going on with her. And she talking about she ain't ate nothing all day. Now we know that's a lie. But okay. If she want to say she didn't eat nothing all day, that's fine. But my thing is, why Miss Charlene been so sick ever since she moved in? Talking about it must be their diet. They don't have enough fat. No. I think it's you. I think it's you and your wicked, evil, jealous spirits that's on you. Because you're going to say you sat up in your room for 24 hours and didn't eat or anything because you were sad. So you got on YouTube to share that. That I've been in my room for 24 hours, I'm sad, and I haven't eaten, I hadn't done anything. Ma'am, you did that over in the tin can that you bought. The thing is, it doesn't matter where you go. That stuff is inside you. So wherever you go, you're going to be sad. You're going to want to sit by yourself somewhere and mull over everything that's happened bad to you all day long and how life is not fair to you. Until you get yourself mentally healthy, you will always be like that. It doesn't matter if she has money or don't have money. She really thought living at Miss Charlene's house, not having to pay for anything, living in a better environment was going to change her mindset. It does not. All it did was change your environment. It didn't change your mindset. Your mindset went with you. She can watch all she wants. I'm talking to you. So I want you to watch. I'm talking to you. It don't matter where you go, your mindset has to change, ma'am. Once you change your mindset, then where you go can be a happy place no matter where you're at. Can't nobody take that from you. You could be in a dang on hole by yourself, and if you got a good mindset, you can enjoy that hole till you can get out of it. Oh no, the van is just a ploy for her to be able to stay there. We know that she don't have that. How many people you see in her chat when she live? 5 people. So you only need a fourth of a piece of paper to write your 5 people. She don't have no list of names like Justine got. They might have been coming over. Sometimes people come over when we talk about her that be in the bushes. They'll go over there to see, you know what I'm saying? They go back and forth to see who we talking about. Thank you. Now, let me say this. If you're people have bad days all the time. People are sad, they're depressed. There's a difference with being depressed and having depression, okay? One lasts longer, one is repetitive. Everybody's going to have a depressed day or a bad day. There's nothing wrong. I give myself, if I'm having a bad day, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to let you have your pity party for X amount of time. Then I'm going to dust myself off and get my butt back up on the horse. When you have depression, it is a lot harder to dust yourself off and get back up on the horse. Sometimes you can fall in depression and there's nothing, when you look at your life, there's nothing to be depressed about. That's why it's difficult to understand somebody with depression, deal with somebody with depression, and even explain depression to other people. So, she does deal with depression, I believe. But because she doesn't want to be healthy, she tries to use it as a way of getting people to feel pitiful for her. That's the difference. Most people with real depression are not going to get on YouTube and talk about it while they're depressed. They may get on YouTube after they have a bout of depression and say, hey, I deal with depression. This is what I was feeling like. This is what I was going through, blah, blah, blah. Y'all excuse this strap. This shirt now is a little big. I don't know. It's not working with me. But when you're in the midst of depression, you don't feel like doing anything. So you're not going to pick up a camera on your phone or pick up your phone and want to videotape yourself. You ain't going to want to talk to nobody. You ain't going to want to leave your room probably, get out your bed, wash your butt, eat some food, whatever. You're not trying to do that. Maybe they all playing Tarzan together, Recessionista. I don't know. Everybody might be having playground. I can't even get it out. A playground over there. All I'm going to say is, ma'am, I'm going to need you to get it together over there, please. Can you please have a few months of acting like you got some sense? Hey, Peaches and Cream. Really, Bowling? I deal with depression myself and I'm a counselor. I don't ever pick up the camera. And it can be different from other people. When I'm depressed, I don't do anything really. I don't. It's a whole total shutdown. I can feel it when it's coming, but I've now gotten to the point where I've spent more time trying to proactively put things in place so that I don't stay in that place, if that makes sense. One more thing about her, and then I'm going to move on to my next thing. This whole, because Paulie wants to talk about it. I was out all day, but I was going to do a little joke about this whole box thing. People. If you want secondhand stuff, you can go to Goodwill yourself. Your Goodwill, wherever you're at, has dollar days and all that. Why would you pay somebody $45 to send you a box of secondhand clothes? Yeah, Bowley. And thank you for joining us. I don't think I've ever seen you in the chat before, Bowley Unshackled. Um, yeah, I just can't see that. I can't see paying $19 for the box, and then I'm gonna put. She said maybe 12 items, 14 items in there, however many she can fit in there, and then I'm gonna pay you $45 to send it to me. When I could get in my car and go to Goodwill and get it for $1 like you do. Oh no, she ain't washing the clothes for you. She sent them to you. She said you. She told them you should wash them yourself. Yeah. Now, hey, brown ladybug, Perry. No, thank you, Bowley. Y'all know with the whole bed bug issue I had over at the condo, my rental property. Dixon, just stop it. We ain't here. We ain't no dating site for you or dating chat. Oh yes, Lovecraft. She's selling. She has a whole new channel. What's it called, y'all? Vanessa something shopper. Shop with Vanessa. I don't know, something, shopping with Vanessa, something. I don't know. Yes, you are, jackass Polly. And you probably got blocked for saying that. Okay, Vanessa, personal shopper. Yes. Yeah, something like that. You're not a personal shopper. A personal shopper is a person that shops for you personally to get the type of stuff you want. You going to Goodwill, picking out some stuff, putting it in a box, and the only thing you're doing personally for me is, hey, two dog mom, is making sure it's my size. So she'll send you a box of clothes from Goodwill in a size medium, large, 2X, whatever, and you pay her $45 and she'll send it to you. Now she's picking out the clothes. So they could be active items, she said, leggings, it could be sports bras, it could be whatever. Um, Girl, there is not no workout program no more. Y'all knew that wasn't gonna last. Tashana, I had to call. You can use that but my grandson was in there, so I called pest control and they came and did a treatment. And oh my gosh, I learned more about bed bugs than I ever wanted to learn. And I now, because I was telling my mom, because one of her friends loves Goodwill. She goes every day. And she be bringing her curtains and rugs and stuff. And I told my mom, don't do that. I don't buy now, and y'all know I like to buy secondhand stuff. But I no longer buy any soft items secondhand. There will be no secondhand clothes, no secondhand rugs, no secondhand. I never bought towels, sheets, curtains, none of that. No secondhand furniture that has cloth on it or anything. Because I bought that couch, and it was my fault. I bought a couch and a love seat. And it was one of those nicer ones. You know the couches and love seats that you can take the cover off and wash it and put it back on? What I didn't do was check underneath the cover. So apparently the bed bugs was in there. But I didn't know bed bugs could be in something for a year. You know, I didn't know that. I ain't no bed bug expert. Now I am. And so it took a while. But I still think somebody brought them to the condo. Because, you know, my son lives in the condo. I think one of his friends that be... I'm trying to reach y'all. They came to visit, might have brought those. Hightail the herd, brought something, and then next thing we know, the couch. I didn't see it. My son told me about it, so I told him to throw. We threw everything out. Anything that was soft. It was crazy, y'all. Remember, because I was supposed to go away from. It was in August. I was supposed to go away for my birthday. It was horrible. And I have a bug phobia thing anyway. So yeah. So no, I would not buy a box of used clothes from you for $45 when I could go to Goodwill and get, if you got them for $1, why would I pay you $45 when I can go to Goodwill and get me 12 pieces for $12? That don't even make no sense. Does it make sense for me to pay for something 3 times as much as what you paid for it? If you're going to be a personal shopper, then buy some stuff that's either hard to get or expensive or for that person. There are some people who don't like to shop. So you find out what it is they like, send them pictures of stuff that you think they would like, let them say yay or nay, and you do the shopping. She is a mess. She was a car salesman. Yeah. You can use that recessionista because I was going to do that, but I was like, let me just do the whole condo. Mm. Y'all have, well, we have an Amazon here. I wonder, is my sister still in the chat? Do we have, I'm going to have to check and see because we have an Amazon warehouse here. I wonder if you can go there and get stuff people send back and stuff like that cheaper. So you shouldn't even have said nothing, Mimi. Girl, see, I wouldn't have wanted to stay in there for the week. She does be copying her. I mean, it's ridiculous. And you bought all those secondhand clothes and put all that stuff in that woman's house. And that's nothing wrong if that's what she likes. I mean, I like secondhand stuff. Like, I'm going to show y'all. I went thrifting last weekend and I bought these. Can y'all see them good? They need to be cleaned out, but I haven't hung them up. They're sconces, and I thought they were really, really cute. So, let's see if I can show you. See over there? I painted that mirror black, but on the inside, I'm going to put, I'm going to do the inside gold, but I'm going to, what's the gold stuff that whatever it is. I'm going to do the inside rim gold, and then I'm going to put these on either side. But, I don't mind buying stuff like this. It's hard, it can be cleaned and all that. I don't have to worry about bed bugs and stuff like that being all up in here. Peaches and cream. It is, y'all, but I just didn't want to use that in the house with Mars. If you don't like the clothes too, dog mom, you just out of your money because you know dang on well you ain't getting no money back. She don't. That's what I'm saying. She making up names. Oh, she's gonna give you your size when you contact her. Oh, look at Polly. Look at Polly, big balling tonight. Thank you, Polly. Big baller, Polly. You know what, Polly? You was in the doghouse. See how Polly be cutting up? You gonna ask for some crotchless panties? Okay. Is she still paying for those storages? I heard about those. Hey, Peace. Polly is so in the doghouse, y'all. And no, Martin, you cannot get him out. There were some people that I did do a little decorating, y'all. I'm fixing it up slowly but surely, doing the fireplace a little bit more. Spray painted me a pot down there. Like I said, I painted the mirror and the little, can y'all see the stand underneath? Over there? Or is the plant in the way? Let me see if I can see it in the camera. Okay, so where the flowers are, y'all see my big butt in the camera. I spray painted that. I'm going to gold leaf. That's what I was thinking of. I'm going to do gold leaf on the inside rim of the mirror to bring out the black. And then I just bought a green chair, y'all. I did. To match the green and the rug down here. I put some pictures on the wall. Right here and one over there. And I actually, did y'all like my prints that I showed? She ain't doing no meet and greet in Vegas. She done that before and nobody showed up. I don't work for Deb, Martina. What you mean? So did y'all like my prints I put on my community page? That lady has such an awesome story. I like the prints. I like charcoal prints. Well, I like original art anyway. I love when somebody has painted it and I can buy their art versus a print. She asked for money to blow bubbles. Okay, I can't with her. See, that's what I'm saying. You letting Paulie out of the corner? No, ma'am, Tashana. Charlie, I'm going to have to put your wife in the corner with Paulie because she cutting up. Actually, you guys, these the prints that I put on they were so good. And you know what? I didn't know the backstory. Girl, I ain't even got halfway finished with this bottle. I'm getting tongue-tied. I didn't know the backstory to the lady who did the charcoal prints. But she actually sent me a little thing with her prints this last time, and she was saying that her parents were alcoholic and drug addicts, and they were so abusive to her, and she used her art as a way of releasing her hurt and pain. And I thought that was so awesome by me. Y'all know how I am about psychology and people being mentally healthy and all that kind of stuff. So for me to be able to support somebody who's using the art to be able to make them be in a healthier space, I thought was so awesome. I'm going to put her name in the community chat. She is on Etsy. Her charcoal prints are not that expensive depending on the size and everything. And so I'm going to use them to go up the stairs. Those will be my prints I have going up the stairs. Girl, tell her I'm not sending her no money. We know she be scamming. And I'm sorry, y'all. I just cannot buy used panties. But even when I didn't have no money, I'd rather go without wearing panties than to buy used panties. I'm sorry. I don't know what some other woman might have had going on. Well, Paulie, you can. And because of your situation, you can get a grant. You better do it while we can still get grants. Let me tell you something, Recessionista. There was a time that I had a slow leak in my tire. And this was a car that somebody gave us the back window on the driver's side was broke out, and I had a big thick piece of plastic tape over that open window, because somebody gave us a ride and I didn't have a car. And I didn't even have 75 cents to put in the machine to get air to put in the tire for the slow leak. So sometimes even $1 is a lot. So if I didn't have $1 for those Walmart dollar panties, I would go without before I wear some used panties. I'm sorry. You just don't. And that's just me. Everybody ain't like that. That's just me. Girl, she always drinking something she don't have. You know, you can drink a lot of calories. People don't believe that. You can drink a lot of calories. Oh yeah, I paid for gas. I don't pay for a whole lot of stuff with change and be proud of it. Hold on. Let me count these pennies out. The best thing that ever happened was when they started putting the machines that would count your change for you in the grocery store, and you could take your ticket and you could either buy groceries or go up and cash the ticket out. I used to have a big old wine bottle. Yes, I did. And I would put all my change in there. And I used to call it my rainy day money. I have you know, that wine bottle change got me and my son over a lot of days when I needed to go buy some groceries, because that bottle, depending on how much change, I've gotten $35 out of there, $50 out of there. That went a long way for buying some groceries. So don't poo-poo at change. I still keep change. I got bags of change around here somewhere, but let me tell you something. Proud as the day is long, take my little bag over there, pour it in the machine, have my son in the cart, get my little ticket, go shop, and give them my ticket and pay for my groceries and go home. Shoot. So now that we're talking about money, let's roll over into what's happening in our world today. Like Willard Scott used to say on the Today Show, what's happening in your neck of the woods? Okay. Since we're talking about money, me and my sister discuss politics, what's happening in the world, all that kind of stuff all the time. The one that's in the chat. And this is one thing we would say. People who are not wealthy, those of us down here at the bottom, because we don't have a middle class no more. So you got the wealthy and you got everybody else. Those who are down here below everybody else, and a lot of times it's people of color. You know how to stretch a dollar. I used to laugh at my sister because she is very much a saver. I told her she could stretch the Washington face off of the dollar. She'd be having Washington face so stretched you wouldn't even know it was Washington. But one thing you learn when you don't have a whole lot, and maybe everybody needs, yeah, you can, Black Fuego, you can stretch Washington face. Thank you, Martin. She can make George cry. One thing you learn when you don't have a lot, you learn to make do with what you got. That rhymed. So if you have $1, you can make that dollar go a long way. I could go, now this is crazy because I don't do it now, but I can make $5 last a whole week for lunch when I worked outside the house. Because I knew that's all I had. See, the more we have, the more we spend. So with things happening the way they're happening in our economy, yes, Martin, they can co-sign my foolery. And with the way things are happening with this new president and his cabinet and the people he have being his mouthpiece and stuff, there's going to be a lot of people who don't know how to deal with not having. See, it's a lot different. Like, I wanted to cry on Friday when I saw all those people who were let go and told to clean out their area in 15 minutes. All those people from all those different agencies who have just been sent home. You got 20 years in. You got 7 years in. You got people, most people live above their means. So today I go to work and we got a 2 paycheck household and we need that because we got 2 kids in school. And now all of a sudden I don't have a job. And my paycheck may be the one making the most money. So now I don't have a job. Even if I get unemployment, it's not going to be the same amount of money that I was getting paid. And we still got to make this work. You know, you're talking about stress. You're talking about, I can only imagine the temperature in a lot of households Friday evening of people who got laid off or fired pretty much. They didn't get laid off. But Paulie, you're used to living on your limited amount. What about the person who was making $125,000 a year and they got told that as of Friday you ain't got no job? They were living at $125,000 worth. You see what I'm saying? And most people live a bit above their means, even though most of us know that you should have 6 months worth of money saved up so that you could at least last 6 months of being able to pay your bills. But most of us don't. I mean, I still have a check coming in if I happen to have let go. Praise the Lord, I did not. Your ex was walked out the door from Disney. Oh. And see, that's what I'm saying too, dog mom. If you've never been let go in a situation when you wasn't ready to be let go and you wasn't prepared for it, devastating. Devastating. And mentally, you don't even have time to really mourn the situation in a sense, because now you're thinking, I gotta get another job. I gotta be able to make some money. Because I know it takes this amount of money to run this household. You just can't downsize like that. If you're buying a house, you just can't sell a house tomorrow. And in this climate, who's going, depending on what type of house you got, nobody else may be wanting to buy your house. It might be too big. They don't care if you're low income, middle income, high income. The first people they let go was people in government positions. You have to be, most jobs you have a, what do they call it? Martin, help me out. When you first get at a job, usually 30 or 90 days, probationary period. But with the government, it's a year. So the first people they let go about 2 weeks ago was everybody that was in their probationary period. It didn't matter if it was your first week at work or it was your last week of your first year. All y'all got to let go. Don't you freeze up. Am I froze on y'all end? Okay. And so, I could feel the pain of these people. I mean, you just don't even know what to do because, and then it makes no sense. You didn't do anything wrong. You were doing your job. You came to work like you were supposed to. You had great write-ups. All of a sudden, this man who is the richest man in the whole world decides that you are no longer valuable or viable at the position that you have, and we need to get rid of you. What is that? This is heartbreaking to me. I was talking to my mom, and we're 20 years apart. I'm not supposed to say her age, so I'm 62. You can always get another job. Yes, you can. But what if this was your career? What if you was at the end of this career and you were looking at retiring? So are you going to get retirement benefits? since they let you go? Because I hadn't heard anything about that. Are you going to get anything other than 15 minutes and clean out your desk? I mean, you talking about after the big C, COVID, y'all know I was still working as a counselor. One of the reasons why I stopped working as a counselor, I became overwhelmed because after COVID, it was like the lid was taken off. And there were so many people, and we still don't have enough counselors. This situation here, we thought COVID was bad. But when you start messing with people's livelihood and they don't have a place to stay, they are stressed to the limit. We had so many horrible things that happened during COVID that people don't talk about because of children being home and people being home and the abuse of people and children, everybody. There was more domestic issues. There was more pedophilia. Everything was just escalated because of the situation. So now we're just starting to get back from that whole devastating thing that happened 4 years ago. Now we have this, which is not even something that just came out of the blue. This is something you're deliberately doing. So now you're going to have households in disarray. So if you already had a parent that maybe has some drugs or alcohol issues or anger problems and all that, now they done got let go. Can you imagine how that person is at the house? And they ain't got no job? The money is tight. They don't know how they're going to make ends meet. Veterans. I'm so tired of them treating us veterans like we just stepchildren. They have to let you retire peaches and cream? Really? Because the stuff that they're doing, they're not doing by the rules. Now, the rules may say you have to retire, but the rules also say you shouldn't get fired for no reason. You can't tell me that you can't go inside an agency and cut the fat without closing the whole agency down or firing half the staff. Then you don't know what you're doing. And both of these are supposed to be money men. So you don't know how to go in and do an assessment of an agency and check and see what's going on and streamline it without closing the whole thing down? Child, please. Elon is crazy as hell. And I just like to know, she ain't lost no 5 pounds. I don't know why y'all listen to that woman, just like she says she ain't ate all day. Y'all really think, when you ever seen her go all day without eating? Stop it. First meal of the day. How is it that we have a South African man running the United States? He's not American. He's South African. He ain't running nothing over there. Why is he over here running the United States? And he wasn't even elected. How the hell is this happening in 2025? I'm just so confused. Somebody tell me. Somebody help me out. He probably is, Martina, because they got to have everybody follow him around while he golfs. Let me say this. This is what I thought. I think he owes him more. He owes Elon millions. Elon was giving him, was it 40 million a day? Or something like that? He bought the position. You're right, Black Fuego. This is what I know. My ancestors survived worse than this. I come from a strong lineage of people. I will survive this too. Now, I know how to live off a little or nothing. I know how to downsize, and I told my son, if need be, we'll all move back in together, whether we want to or not, and we'll be happy about it that we got a roof over our head. And we all pulling our resources together, and we able to eat and got shelter. That's what we're going to do. Say that again too, dog mom. You got a lot of her people are elderly people who right now may be finding out that their Medicaid gonna get cut. Some of their Social Security might get cut. You never know. But you begging them for money because you trying to make it seem like you can't eat, and Charlene got a kitchen full of food that you ain't paid for and you eating for free. Child cheese. I wish I would. And I told my son, I was like, and I ain't got no, ain't no shame in my game. And when I bought that condo over there, I said, this is my emergency home. It's paid for. So if anything ever happened and I need a place to stay, me and Parker will be right over there at the condo with my son and my grandson. So if things get so bad where you see me filming from over there, then you know what happened. But they don't care nothing about that, Paulie. I mean, anytime you don't mind cutting programs like Meals on Wheels, Medicare, Medicaid, Head Start, Section 8. I mean, anything that helps a person out, I don't understand that type of mentality. I really don't. I wouldn't even charge y'all to rent it. Y'all can, you know what, Tashana? This is how I am. You and Charlie want to live out your van, your truck, or whatever? Come pull up. I wouldn't charge you. The baby is not coming. Matter of fact, the baby got more room at her place. Maybe we need to move over there on that second floor. Recessionista, you joke, but that is the way to do. But most families don't get along that well. When Charlene bought that land, that was so nice of her to open up the land to the rest of her family and let them come and stay there. Because the land is probably paid for. It's in the family. They still got younger coming up. Hopefully they will keep it up. And everybody got a place to stay. And everybody helps each other out. Because you always see Charlene buying stuff for the nieces, great niece, nephews, or whatever. So, yeah. Are you going to move the aloe downstairs? Well, you know Parker gets to come. Excuse me. Ex-repo death. He is a born citizen of South Africa, and this man was not running for any type of office. He's wanting to sit in the position as president, and to be a president, you have to be a born U.S. citizen, which he is not. That's why they kept trying to pull that crap about Obama, who is a born American citizen. He was not born in Africa. This man is not even an elected official. He is a volunteer person working as an advisor to the president, but he acts like he's running the country. Let me say this. I don't give a rip who don't like my commentary on what's happening in the world. There's plenty of channels that you can go to where they're boosting this foolishness up. I know why my video was messing up the last time. Probably because McNasty was flagging me because she don't like me talking about her. And people that don't like what I say. I don't care. There's a lot of folks on YouTube that say stuff that you may not like. There's people that I don't agree with that's on YouTube. I don't watch them. If those are your people, go watch them. I am for the people. And I'm going to say this. I stand in unity with Ukraine. Power to Ukraine. I sure do. Our president acted like a, and vice president acted like a total ass in that briefing the other day. I was embarrassed to the utmost. I said that he ain't no U.S. citizen. I told him he is a citizen of South Africa. Wow. You can see her watching. She watches her like crazy. Have you ever? No. I say this all the time because I always have people that be in the bushes and stuff. This ain't about you. This is for anybody else. I have never, in my 62 years, seen where we watched the president have a serious meeting with another president discussing stuff that should have been discussed in a private meeting. I thought that was embarrassing. I thought that it was a setup to the president of Ukraine. That's why I thought it was embarrassing. I thought Vance looked like a dumbass as usual, yelling at that man for no reason. And then you had all these countries let the United States know for sure that they stand with Ukraine. Why are we making enemies of the same people that we used to? We were the ones who helped set up the UN after World War II. He wasn't. He was governor of California. My thing is, things are happening have never happened in the history of the United States. And everybody here is an immigrant, except for the natives that was here before. This was not a discovered country. It was a country with people on it when the Europeans came over here. So everybody else is an immigrant. So for us to treat other people as if we're so much better is despicable. There's nothing wrong with sending people back who have committed crimes who are here illegally. Nothing wrong with that. But if we're going to deport people, then everybody in the United States needs to be deported except for the natives that was here originally and their ancestors that came after them. I mean, come on. There's nothing wrong with the United States being a proud country. I fought for this country. I went to war for the United States, but not the United States that I'm living in now. And I say that as a veteran. Now, anybody else that took their ass over there and fought the war can have an opinion. So the day you decide you want to give up your life for your country, then you let me know. But I did that. So I'm going to say whatever the hell I want to say about this country. You know why I fit to be flexing? They didn't understand the game. See, that's why people was confused about that halftime. I want to talk about that too. The halftime show, they was confused. They thought Trump was running on race. Trump was running on money and power. He didn't give a crap about them people that voted for him. He don't even like them. Don't care nothing about them. He was running on money and power. It had nothing to do with race. They thought it was race. That's why when he said all that stuff about make America like it was before and all that, crazy. Yeah. I know you're gonna get in there, Lovecraft. But yeah. Yeah. I don't see how they figured he was gonna make certain executive decisions that were not gonna affect everybody. I like that, Martin. Because this is his home. You know what? I mean, people really thought, I don't know. You tell me when America was great. I would say America was a great country at one time. When I say that, I mean when you compare it to a lot of other countries. But where we are now, No, no, it's not. Because we're not being fair. Anytime you're going to put children and women and lock them up for what? What crime did a child, 5-year-old child do? Even if their daddy is the criminal, then the daddy should go, not the mama and the child. Hi, Nightfall. When did we get to the point where we're trying to use the military? I mean, he is using the military to be prison guards over immigrants. I just can't. I can't agree with that stuff. I can't. And I won't. As long as I got a voice, I will not. And I can tell you what, if you've been looking at some of these town halls that they've been doing, the people ain't agreeing with it either. And we talking about the ones that voted for him. Especially when he said he was a king. We don't vote kings in. We don't have a king or a queen. Yeah, they thought, ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance will have you in this situation like we got now. When I say America is great, I've been to a lot of countries where the citizens are being treated like we're treated now. So I thought it was great at one time. But now that we're getting treated the way we're getting treated now, no, I can't say that. I can't say that. Because anybody's head is on the chopping block right now. Oh, Martina, no, I did not hear about that. That is so sad. Can you imagine that being 11 and the other kids are talking about they're going to call ICE on you and your family? Do you see how this thing is a trickle down effect? Girl, Black Fuego, you need to put the recipe in the chat about the recession cake that she made. My sister made a recession cake and didn't need any sugar or eggs. She said it was really, really good. She said she wanted to try it out. I don't buy eggs. I'm not a big egg person, so I refuse to buy $6 eggs. What I am going to do is look at the local chicken farms, and you always got people who raise their own chickens, and I'll buy eggs from them. There she go, a depression era cake. No eggs, no butter. I'm telling you, we're going to have to learn how to live like our families did way before now. And us, as those of us who are African Americans, if our ancestors could make it through slavery, we can make it through this. We just have to change how we do stuff. Like yesterday, how many of y'all did not buy anything from a big box store? You use small businesses to buy anything. That is so sad. I'm like this. Hey, I know how to cook a pot of beans and make some hot water cornbread, and you got a meal. Y'all say hey to Ronika. My sister was telling me I should grow a garden on my land, and this year I am thinking about taking a little part of it and seeing what I can grow. And I can go without a whole lot of meat. I can fish. Fish is good for you. We got a lot of fishing ponds. I can fish. I can grow me some veggies, and I guess I'll get some of this fat off because I'll be eating a lot healthier. I mean, we may just have to change how we do stuff. Now, fit to be flexing, I am with you when it comes to trimming the fat in our social system, our social, like food stamps and all that. I always had a problem with a 16-year-old who gets pregnant and can get housing and food stamps, and I put in the system. But when I needed to get food stamps, they told me I had to get rid of my car, and I had just had my son. And I was like, well, how am I supposed to get him the doctor's appointments? How am I supposed to get to work? I just needed help for a little time. I didn't want to be on the system forever. I think there's nothing wrong with getting assistance when you need assistance. But for you to have generationals where you got great grandma, grandma, mama, and daughter all living in the same housing area, and people just keep having children so that they don't have to work and our tax dollars can pay for them, no, I'm not with that. I'm not. So I think I'm not saying there are not agencies that the fat don't need to be trimmed out of. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you don't have to close a whole agency down to trim the fat. You don't have to get rid of the whole education department just to trim down the fat. You, girl, what don't you do in that truck, Tashana? Tashana, I'm serious. Tashana channel should be blowing up because she do everything in that truck. She growing tomatoes and herbs in the truck. Well, I like beans, but we this is gonna make us have a better appreciation for what we have, and we will manage our resources better because with the tariffs this week coming up, he's gonna put the tariffs out there. Well, apparently it's affecting the whole China thing because my stuff from Temu still ain't got here. And you know what? The problem is they do have things in place to get people off, but sometimes when people have been on the system so long, they don't want to get off. They like being able to get the free money and stuff. I knew young ladies who were dancing, and when you're a dancer, you get cash. But they lived in housing, and they got a check, and they got food stamps. Their children was dressed better than my son, and I worked every day. Yeah, my Shimu has not gotten here. I ordered some picture frames for my prints, and I'm just like, how long is it gonna take? Y'all told me 3 to 5 days. Oh, okay, Ronika. Get your due done, girl. Well, where's my Timu at? I'm gonna have to let Timu go because he talking about putting some more tariffs on China. I am not finna pay Timu no more money. They done went up since Timu first came out. Now they have gotten better. I do like their household stuff. So I was buying it so I could show y'all the different things I bought, like the prints on the wall. See, can y'all see these? Let's see. Let me see if I can see. Those prints, I got both of those pictures from Timu. They're not bad. Now, they're not thick or anything like that, but they're decent prints. But Timu has warehouses in the United States now. And certain things you're supposed to get in 3 to 5 days, and certain things you can't. I kind of messed that up, yeah. I just think that maybe God is showing us. I kind of messed up. And if you can buy some land, I would tell anybody, get your own piece. get your own piece of land. You can put on it what you want. You can grow on it what you want. If you get out in the country like me, you can have you some horses, some chickens, some cows, some pigs, whatever it is you want. I don't understand. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Peaches. I had one, and after I had that one, I knew I was a one child mother because it was extremely difficult for me to be a single parent and try to take care of a child. When they got sick and trying to work and all those things that come along with being a parent. So I was like, I wouldn't sit and make a whole bunch of children. You know, he's been wanting to make the post office private for a long time. Yeah, I participated yesterday. Ooh, they're gonna do an Amazon blackout. I hope it's on a day that I've already ordered myself. I participated in the blackout yesterday. I did. So y'all keep me abreast of when the blackouts are. I wonder how well. Hmm. You live in your car at night, phone? I didn't know that. Well, congratulations. Do you have a channel? Because I would watch you. If you did it from a small business, it was okay because they said some support small businesses. They just didn't want you to use like Walmart, Target, places like that. So I did buy some food yesterday, but it was from a local little small restaurant here. So thanks, Lovecraft. Yeah, if it was a small, local place, then that was fine. Oh, today wasn't the blackout, Tashana. It was yesterday. But it's just that. Oh, so Corey had to get his Panera. I bought from a place here called Nick's, so it's a local place. But we just gonna have to cook more. Um, we just gonna have to do what we used to do, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with going back to making things stretch and assisting each other. And maybe this is how God wants it to be. Mm-hmm. They told me I had to get rid of my car, and they would help me. And I wasn't getting rid of my car. I wasn't getting rid of my car. I had to get to work, and I had to get my son. He was a newborn. Hey, just Jeff. How is the French press? Is that very, very strong coffee? Because I thought about buying one, but I wasn't sure. Um, I mean, I just think we're just going to have to change, like I talked about earlier. We're just going to have to change our mindset. Um, you know, um, the whole executive thing